What is good, boys and girls? Welcome to day 275. Um, yeah, it's the last day of the month, so apparently have to do the monthly review. Obviously, not in the video, but check how we've been performing lately in the markets. Now, I've been backtesting on EU. Seeing if my strat would work on EU, but so far we are having some good results. Let's test out this trade as well. Anyways, hope anyone who will watch this enjoys. So let's get going. Give me a second while I set this up. Alright. So I'd like to see price head to this high here. Walking you through the analysis that I had done is that, well, EU is kind of a choppy market, but I like to see the last, previously 3 candles, what have they been showing. You can see that we pressed, dropped, retraced higher, and then started pushing higher. So I'd like to see it continue higher, like to this draw here or this one here. Checking the 4 hour, we are somewhat bullish. You can see we formed higher low, higher high. So higher low has been formed. I'd like to see a higher high form now. And aside from that, you can see that the 30-minute has inversed this candle. 15-minute didn't inverse anything, but on that inverse, 30-minute inverse is the one that I'd like to take the trade on. I know the trade will take long, but it's not a bad trade. So let's try it out and see. Okay, looks like he's going to stop us out right there. Yeah, we are about to get stopped out. You can see that there's a 1 hour here. The price failed to break through, and the way it's rejecting lower, we're about to get stopped out. Yeah, so that's fine. Let's check how the next day goes. So you can see either way the high ended up getting tagged out, like in the afternoon hours of the session. So checking the daily, we're still somewhat bullish. So let's see if we can take some longs on the day. 4 hour retraced inside here, and it's already run this high. The 1 hour is also bullish, and as it progresses higher, maybe we can find some good long trades. Okay, another possible opportunity, 15-minute gap retracement right here, 5-minute inversion, and target here. Well, this will be some good longs. Taking longs from here and targeting the highs. It could be like a 1-to-1 though, not something big. Break even at this high. Okay, move to break even right there. You can see the break even would get hit just like that. So we should have made this a 1-to-1, because obviously this is the most obvious draw on liquidity. Yeah, so not bad. Let's keep going and see. Another day in London. Price is still bullish. There's no 4-hour gap. 2 hour is in this gap here. Asia lows have already been run. We have Asia highs here, and we have some highs from yesterday as well. Now I'd like to see longs play out today. I'd like to see some good longs because it looks bullish. If it continues lower here, then we are absolutely cooked. beautiful inversion. 1 hour inversion as well, so this trade could potentially run for the whole day. That's the only problem, but wouldn't be a bad one. So let's zoom this in. Let's try longs. No way. Absolute reversal the moment we enter. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Well, let's go back to futures in the meantime. I'll be back to EU when I've already backtested for over an hour today, so you can expect me to be drained, obviously. Now, let's do this inversion model 2019. So as price goes higher, you'll obviously be finding buys. I don't know, let's check. Price is bullish. Well, we've been having some crazy consolidations here. This price is currently in a fair value gap, daily gap. I'd like to see it hold above so that we can head all the way to these highs here. So I have a daily high here. So if price is bullish, then I'm going to take longs. Very good expansion during London. Okay, so I'll be waiting for longs in this day here. So at the open, market directly hits the first target, so you can see longs are still probable here. Could get a 15-minute gap retracement. I'd like to see this 2-minute gap inverse, but since it didn't, then I'm gonna stick with waiting. 3, 4, 5, 3. Let's use the 3-minute if there's an inversion in the 3-minute. Okay. I have an inversion here. Now we can try longs all the way to these highs. I'll be risking like 4%. Ooh, 17 contracts. Now the thing is, I don't know where this is coming from, but yeah. No. 4% of the initial balance. 5%. Okay, let's enter here. Get a crazy stop out right away. Whoa. And a drop. It's probably like a 4-hour gap though. Yeah. I think I use the 5-minute. You can see the 5-minute is the one that could provide a better inversion. You can see after the inversion here, then you can try longs. I mean, a bought it high, that's the problem, but it looks like it could retrace into these gaps here. Yeah, break even, we are cooked. Yeah, after all, the session was even over, so yeah, who cares. Next day, New York session, we are very, very beautifully bullish. The inversion has already been put in right here. There is this high here and this high here. I'd like to see longs play out on this day. 4 hours retracing lower, 1 hour is doing the same thing too. So I'll see if I can find an opportunity to take longs. Let's see if the 3 minute will inverse. Fails to inverse. Okay. 1 hour closed extremely bearish. 4 hour extremely bearish. There's a possibility that I could be wrong and price really wants to head lower. So what I have to do is just wait and see what is to happen in this session here. Well, I still think longs could be in play because of this gap here. So I still think I could try out some longs. Probably like to the 15-minute gap here. This unfilled 15-minute here. On the 3-minute inversion. So I'd move to break even on the unfilled gap here. Then target the low resistance resting above here, these highs. But this will be a light risk though, because there's a gap that's against the bias. Yo, what's up, Ibrahim? Keep going on, bro. No matter how disheartening it might feel at times, it will reward good when it works. The backtesting 275 days continuously itself is very impressive and inspiring, so keep doing it. Well, I'll obviously keep doing it, man. I will obviously keep pushing, and you know, it's all for the best. It is all for the best. Looks like price still wants to go lower, so here I would maybe find a short opportunity, which you can see that, well, price failed to deliver some short opportunities here, because I would have loved to enter short on this SMT. We have a very beautiful inversion right here on this candle. So if I manage to take something like this, I don't know, I'm not really sure if it will reach all the way here, but we can, you know, tape read it. So consolidation, but it's another retracement into the 15-minute. Ibrahim says, "I never get, bro. You think I will ever give up? No, man. I don't really think of that because, I mean, I've thought of that multiple times, but I don't really, man. The way I will regret my whole life will be uncomparable. But I will, I can never think of that, man. I can never, never, ever think of that. I'll keep going because I don't think there is risk if you're risking the life you don't want for the life you want. So I'm risking this for the life I want. So it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, I think the 2 minute is about to inverse. Yeah, 2 minute just inversed right here, and the 15-minute is rejecting this gap. We have an obvious low right here, and we have another low right here. So it's some good draws. Let's see. Yeah, we can try this out as well. I'm checking the 15-minute. We're still dropping. We have a good draw on liquidity, so let's try it out and see. I don't think there are any other gaps or POIs against the bias. We'll take shorts right here for 1.6 hour trade, and it fails to run this low. This is the lower I would have moved to break even, so it looks like we're gonna get stopped out here. Right, move to break even, then we take profit for 1.6 hour. Let's see how the next day goes. So Ibrahim, where are you from, man? I'm checking the daily time frame. It still is looking bullish. We have draws on liquidity higher, such as this high here and this high. I still think price will push higher today. Okay, it's quite confusing here. We have a gap here that's holding, but we also have some 4 hours here. So I will obviously be cautious with the way I trade this day. I will just trade the internal range though. I won't be targeting higher targets. Just look for the low hanging fruit. Okay, we get a 1 hour gap retracement here. So if it's to reject, then we could take longs all the way to these highs. If you check where the Asia highs are at, they're all the way at this low. So if it inverses, then we'll be heading to the lows as well. So the 4 hour. 4 hours not looking like the best thing as of now, but I think it will be dropping maybe to these lows here. You can see we get a beautiful inversion here, so I will be taking a P of 3 trade if I can get the opportunity. So at this impression here is where the next 5 minute candle closed. Okay, no inversion just yet. Okay, Where will the next one close? Okay, so we get a good closure, the 5 minute right here. And since I'm looking for price to go lower, I would like to well, you can see it inversed here, there's a possibility that this gap here could hold, but I think we are rejecting like another gap in the premium, or are we? Yeah, smooth 30 minute here. Now this will be a low probability trade, obviously, because it's obvious that we're late to the party here, but you can try out shorts. And well, the other thing here is that if price doesn't drop all the way there before lunch, then I will be closing my positions. Okay, retracement higher. Is this about to drop though, or not? 15 minutes is about to cook us. What just happened, man? What just happened? Just one candle drops at 11:45. I don't know if there was some news or what. It moves 58 points. Damn, that's too big. That is way too big. But yeah, you can see we end up hitting all the frozen liquidity in just 1 minute. Price was a few ticks from stop loss, then it dropped all the way here. That's crazy. Now start of the New York session the next day. Let's see how, man, we're still in the consolidation. We're still consolidating here. There's nothing interesting. Have a gap here. Let's check the weekly though. Price looks like it's still going higher, but just have to hold, wait and see. There's a good gap here. I mean, I don't really actually care about the daily, man. I'm just gonna look on the internal price action, see if I can get something, get out of the market. That's all. So you stay price run liquidity, try to push higher, it failed. As of now, we're kind of consolidating in some kind of range, so I'll wait for the breakout of the range. Okay, right at open, get a run on some high here. It's not any crazy cool gap, but yeah, it's around on liquidity there. Then you get a 5 minute gap retracement lower, then price inverses a gap here. So after the 5 minute gap retracement, 1 minute inversed in this gap, I would like to try out longs, but then maybe to like these highs here or these highs here. This should have been a break even, because since this high had been run, because it was an hourly high, should expect getting stopped out there. Okay, the 1 hour closed bullish. Oh, the 4 hour closed bullish as well. So if we are lucky enough, we can get some longs in the day, because I mean, price still looks bullish, except if it shows something else other than bullishness. Okay, 15 minute gap retracement, leaving behind relatively equal lows. I think there is an SMT though. Yeah, that's a trap. Gotta run on liquidity. Okay, four 4 minute inverse quite good though, and the 3 minute inverse nice as well. I think I'd rather use that. Oh, we are cooked. We are cooked. So, yeah. Let's go to the next day. Checking the daily again. Okay, looks somewhat bullish already. Tapped into this 4-hour gap. Open and filled gap below here. 1 hour gap is inside here. Could tap into this unfilled 4-hour or just start pushing higher. Just have to wait for the open to build up more context. Right, the open we tap into the unfilled 4-hour lower. Five-minute gap retracement. Okay, I'd love to see the 5-minute close bullish, but it's failing to do so. So you can see that's like some confirmation the price will be bearish, but I wouldn't like to short it against this liquidity that's above here, and the liquidity gets run immediately, tapping into the 1-hour gap as well. Then price heads lower. Let's see. Yep, runs the lower. No, the 1-hour looks somewhat bearish. 4-hour, like, I mean, I would like to see it reject this gap here. 4, 5. I think I'll be using the 1 minute if, but then there is no gap here to inverse on the 1 minute. Is there any gap? Yeah, there's a small gap here that has been inversed. Very small one. So the next possible target will be here. Yeah, that's a crazy SMT. Now I'll be taking longs all the way to this high here. Stop will be down here. Oh, I'm risking 5%. That's kind of too much. Let's get back to 4%. I'm a crazy losing streak here. Okay, on the next day we are lucky to have a breakout now. We might get some good longs. 4-hour is progressing higher. Buy side liquidity at the high. Let's reject. 1 hour has inversed a couple of gaps. 4-hour is also rejecting these huge gaps here. I'd like to get a better feel. We also have more highs here as well, and more highs. Let's see if we can keep taking longs or not. 9:30 open, draws lower, running liquidity. It's not in any gap, so Nah, I'll let this slide here. I mean, it would take profit very beautifully, but yeah, we'll probably find something else. Looks like this is a good day for longs where we don't find anything. Literally nothing. Was there an SMT at these lows though? Nope, no SMT, so you leave it as it is. The 2-minute hasn't burst here, and the 5-minute is rejecting here, so we can still try some longs. Probably like with this high here. I have my stops at this low, 1.1 hour. Get stopped out directly. Crazy. Okay, 15-minute gap retracement. I'm still in favor of longs. I'd like to see an opportunity print out, but if not, then we'll stay out. Yeah, let's go to the next day here. And we're getting cooked back to back. I mean, I'm right about the bias, so nothing. Just the executions are just off, but I'm right about the bias, so just have to see if I can do any adjustments here. Gaps are not that clear. It's currently not looking like the best PA I've ever seen. Unfilled 4 hour. So right at the open you get a liquidity run, very beautiful one, and I think it's also a tap into the 4 hour. Nope, not a tap. It's falling short of the low, but there's an SMT, so it's okay. I mean, I would have loved to take the long, but then we have some crazy 5 minutes that are here, and then maybe on this retracement I'll be taking longs. Yeah, longs, nope, no longs. Okay, we leave behind these lows. I think there are these lows we get tapped into. Price has failed to drop lower, but we have low resistance liquidity. SMT at the highs here. Then it's a 15-minute gap retracement. The thing I've learned lately is that a restricted trader wins most, because he has more rules that prevent him from taking anything that just pops up because it looks like a potential entry. Minute traces into this gap again. I mean, it looks like it could go higher. Now let's go to the next day. Mm, mm. So as it progresses higher, looks like we're going to head to these highs here, or these ones, but these are the most obvious. 4 hour nothing, but I can see that longs are quite good, even though we're in a consolidation. I don't have any PY to enter at, so I will stay patient again and see price burn out. We have an unfilled 15-minute. Like to see price hit it, then we take some good longs. So the 15-minute unfilled just got hit right here. That's very great. Then we also get a whoa. What kind of barcode PA is this? Okay, so price is extremely bearish. I'd like to see it run the lows, breakout, simply consolidation, manipulation, then distribution higher. So if the distribution is good, then we can keep getting shorts, can look for shorts, sorry. Small 5-minute gap retracement, and we get small inversion here. I'd like to sell it all the way to these lows, but I think that's the daily draw, and I'm not looking for that whole draw. So we get a very beautiful 1.56 trade, 1.56 hour trade before getting stop loss hit. Okay, so good thing I wasn't greedy. Since price has failed to go higher, I'll obviously be taking shorts. 4 hour, we have price continuing higher, so we'll see if we can get some continuations to this low here or this low here and this one. Now the 1 hour is distributing from this gap. And then the first draws get hit right away, down, down, down. In the first 10 minutes at market open, all the draws get hit. What is this trying to show? That we could be about to have some good longs. Anyways, the 1 hour and the 4 hour have closed extremely bearish. In the next retracement, we might look for some longs. 5-minute gap retracement. 3, 4, 1. Okay, we have a small inversion here. Can take the price fluctuation to the highest. 5-minute gap retracement. And this will be just to secure the winning day. Only to secure the winning day. Quick stop out, okay. And then after getting stopped out, has to take profit. What kind of life is this? Anyways, let's see if we get a 15-minute gap retracement. Yes, we do, but no gap. So I'll be taking shorts now. 3 minute has inversed. 1 hour looks bearish as well. Have untouched lows here. Then the 15 minute, you can see it has inversed after retracing here, so you can actually even take shorts right after it inverted, but I had to wait for a better entry, which looks like the 3 minute had to present. So let's try out shorts again and see if we get cooked or can get a good move in the Nasdaq. He doesn't want to drop. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, we'll be taking longs. Looks like this they had to milk the money out of us. Okay, so you can see that the daily rejecting this thing. 4 hours going higher, 1 hour of a small gap. The price could retrace to a small gap here, so you can take longs. So let's see if this 1 hour gets filled first, then we take longs. Is about to burst. Okay, 4. Okay, here was a good entry on the 4th, on the 3 minutes, sorry. At the inversion here, we can take longs. See if we can hit all those draws above. And then move to break even. And 2 hour gets hit right there, getting gas back to 72.58. Okay, so very beautiful longs, very beautiful longs. Let's head to the next New York AM. The daily is bullish. 4 hour untapped buy side liquidity. 1 hour close to inversing this gap here. 15 minutes is bullish as well. No big retracements because we were consolidating overnight. Actually not overnight, for the past few couple of minutes. But I'll be looking forward to taking longs. SMT gets formed at lows. Is it a 2 minute? multi-minute inversion right here and take longs towards this high here. It's like a 4-hour high, I think. So the full 2 hour. No way. I'm gonna close this up, break even. Because what are you telling me you don't want to deliver? So I don't know if should I have targeted this high though? It doesn't make sense to target the high. Let's wait for more. Okay, get a 1 hour gap retracement. Minute and burst quite good. Same thing with the 5 minutes. So let's try out longs again. Those highs, something like this. Was that TP or wow? When did it happen? 10-10. The last minute of the macro, we get an absolute shoot higher. So that was a very good bias, I'd say. God. Okay. Let's take another trade. I like to take longs here. I like to see these also get taken. Let's get taken. Let's see if we get a reversal. And the 5 minute has burst, so we can still try out longs to these highs. I would like to use like the 1 minute, but goes below that inversion, we're cooked right now. Yeah, this will be done here. 2.3k loss. No. What place it rather be? Okay, shouldn't have ignored that 15 minute, because you can see it instead offered good shorts. Okay, you get a 5 minute inversion right here, 15 minute here, 1 hour also rejecting. So maybe you can get a new hourly low. and you get a very beautiful take profit hit right away. Okay, the daily is still in this gap here and looks like it's rejecting towards the highs, so you might as well just take longs. The 4 hour, there's a gap here, get rejected and price heads to these lows. I'd like to see it getting burst and respect the daily draw. The daily draw. Okay, 9:30 open, crazy open. That runs the high. Okay. Is it gonna start dropping? Okay. It looks like we're about to have the inversion I was thinking of. So I will be taking longs. Easy flip of bias there. Okay. 1 hour is bullish, 15, no gap retracement, 5, no gap retracement. Okay, 30-minute gap retracement. Okay, we're starting to have some displacement higher. Let's see. I think it's the 4 that was retracing higher. I mean lower. 15-minute retrace into this. Five-minute high. Let's try this. Okay, very beautiful move higher, break even right there. Yeah, obvious break even. So the only option here would be reducing risk and having a small target, like having a stop loss somewhere here, making it way too heavier. So we might as well just try that mechanism as well. Let's do the last day and then check the statistics so far. You can see that this day has been rejecting very beautifully. We are in September so far. 4 hours looking like I'd like to see it go. I would like to see it go higher. 1 hour is got a liquidity run, but it doesn't have anything else. Well, except from rejecting this gap. 15-minute rejects this gap here as well. So we might try out some longs. SMT. Okay, well, checking the 1 hour, I still like to take longs, but the 15 minute, well, it's also possible to take longs of this 15-minute version like this SMT, instead of using the lower time frame, because I want to focus more on using the high time frame as well. I can try out something like this. Stop with these lows. You can target the unfilled or target this unfilled gap here. Ain't that so far, but we're just gonna try and see. Everybody's gotta have a dream. No, place it right. Yeah, we are cooked. Stop loss. The owner doesn't look any bullish. That's why I say I'm going to get stopped out here. Can I stand it? I'm still in the position, and we're now in lunch hour. That is so crazy. Has ES hit the highs though? Nope. I mean, let's just close the break even. Wow. What a crazy trade. I'm not afraid. Not afraid. Everybody. Price never actually heads to take profit, not even close. That's beautiful. Checking the daily though, we're having a good expansion higher, and we have a very good gap here. So this highs here will be great. This high here, and this high here, and this high here. 15-minute has already burst. Like to get a better entry, so I'll wait. Okay, the open price drops lower and lower, runs lower then. So maybe on the next reversal, 4, 3. Okay, 3-minute has failed. Okay, 3-minute actually burst again right here. And it's still the 1 hour. Ooh, closed outside the 4-hour gap. Closed outside, but is it still the 1 hour at least? No. So, nah, I'm not gonna take this. Just because I'm biased long. Alright, so looks like longs failed to play out. My English. Looks like longs failed to play out yesterday. So I'm gonna give up on trying to take longs at the time, but we'll see what will happen tomorrow. See you next time. Shout out to anyone who tuned into the session. Shout out to Ibrahim, and to anyone who got the chance to watch this. So have a great weekend. Stay blessed. Peace.